Hello and welcome back to this week's Most Elite Podcast. Happy New Year, everybody. Uh, so yeah, this week we're talking about. I know normally I start every episode telling everybody why I haven't made an episode, but you guys already know by now. Life, it just gets in the way. Anyway, 2019, and since this is a gaming and movie and entertainment podcast, we're going to talk about some games coming up that I'm really excited about. Number one, it's not going to be a list. It's going to be a list, but it's not going to be a list. It'll be really short because I only care about like 5 games. Let me check that time there. All right, 39. I wish I could make this so I could still see. Sorry, just some behind the scenes for you here. Hold up. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so number one, we're talking about Anthem. I mean, that's number one on my list. Anthem is number one on the top list of games that the Most Elite Podcast wants to play in 2019. I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks like it plays beautiful. I really just need it to be good. And everyone who knows me personally knows why I need it to be good. Because Destiny was such a massive failure. And, Division at this point, there's no reason to play it. Borderlands 3 is never coming out. Diablo 4 is in the wind. So I need Anthem really to be good, and not just because it has cool mech suits and you can fly, which I'm super excited about. The flying, I've been watching the streams and the flying in combat, it's all one connected world. It's like the combat world and the exploration world are one world, and that is so really good. Like, that's why Destiny was fun, it was one world. It was no set pieces. It wasn't broken up into exploration and then combat. Sometimes it's all one connected world, and when that's done right, it's magical. You look back to like the Taken King or Rise of Iron in terms of Destiny, or the Division after like 4 or 5 updates. You know what I mean? Or Warframe. Just look at Warframe. Now I know Warframe has social hubs, but you do most of your exploring and fighting in one connected world. So I need Anthem to be good. I mean, circling back to the opening, I need it. And from what we've seen and what they've shown, it really is the same game that they're promising us so close to the release. Because it's January now. It comes out February 22nd, like 40 or so days. I'm counting them every day. Because Anthem is going. I really do think it's going to be a game changer, and I mean it's like Diablo but in Iron Man suits. Like I can't think of anything better. As fans of me know, I love Diablo. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, at what it does in terms of looting at loot games. As loot games go, I think Diablo's the best. So yeah, fuck Anthem. It has to be good. If it's not, I mean, it's more than just returning it to where you bought it from. It's like, do I want to like get a wet rag with kerosene and like leave it in my car and blow my car to pieces and tweet that to like BioWare, like, look what you did? Like what do I want to do to get across that I've been disappointed? And I know it's a lot of entitlement. Like, they're not entitled to make a product that I love. They're making a game and I'm going to love it or hate it, but I have such high hopes for Anthem, unlike any hopes I've ever had for a game. So, yeah, Anthem. That's number one. Moving down the list, Resident Evil 2, the remake. Now, this one very much excites me because that's this month. That's in January. Not to date the video, but come on. It's 2019. It's January. Everybody knows. That's this January. Resident Evil 2, the remake. And I gotta say, looks fucking terrifying. They got the over-the-shoulder from Resident Evil 4. My first podcast ever was on Resident Evil 4. Go and watch it if you haven't. I talked about how Resident Evil 4 completely changed survival horror, not just Resident Evil. And they're continuing the trend. You got the over-the-shoulder like we deserve. Resident Evil 7 was a departure, not a bad one, but a departure with the first person. And it's not the first time they've been first person. Survivor was first person and things like that. But, I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like 7. I just don't like first-person games. Outside of Alien Isolation, which is still to this day the best horror game ever made. But Resident Evil 2, the remake. Got to keep throwing it in there because Resident Evil 2 came out like 98, 99, so it's definitely not that. Or was it 2000? Don't care. Old game, PlayStation 1. The remake looks fucking spectacular. From all the water effects to the way you can't see. Like I was watching gameplay of it where this guy was walking down one of the corridors in a police station. And when I say it's fucking dark, it's fucking dark. I was watching the video in the dark. I had to turn the lights on in my room because like, oh shit, like it was terrifying just walking down the hallway. So I'm excited to see how well that plays when I get it because I'm turning the volume all the way up, all the lights off, and it's going to light some candles. It's going to be an experience. I can't wait. I want to shoot some fucking zombies. You know, I want to do it as Leon and Claire. I want to fight the tyrant, Mr. X. I used to call him Mr. T because he was a tyrant. You know, I mean, you know he's a tyrant from one. So when I was a kid, I called him Mr. T because Mr. Tyrant. But I know Mr. T's already a figure, but I didn't care. I was a kid. But yeah, I can't wait to fight him in his big jacket and his goofy face. And I'm stoked. I'm glad that Capcom's actually doing it because a ways back, these guys were remaking Resident Evil 2 with I think like Unreal Engine or something, and Capcom, you know, hit them with well, that's cool and all, guys, but don't do that. And that sparked debate or rumors that maybe they were doing it. They were going to remake 2, and they really showed out at E3 last year. They really showed out at E3, and there it was, and it was beautiful. It was everything we could have hoped for in a remake, and I'm very excited to see how well it does. I think it's going to sell like incredibly for them, and I know Capcom needs bestsellers. I think Monster Hunter World is the bestseller. I think, and you know that's from a company. You got to be like, you know, you got a huge fan base, but people don't buy games. I don't know. It's weird. People don't buy your games, so I really hope Resident Evil sells how they need it to sell, and yeah, I'm fucking excited for that one. Moving on with Capcom, we got Devil May Cry. Finally, an actual sequel to Devil May Cry 4, not counting the Ninja Theory DMC, which was a hot pile of garbage and not a game. So we got a real sequel, and it's Nero's back. I'm not excited for that. I don't like Nero, but Dante's back, which is the most important. Trish, maybe lady. Maybe. We got bikes as weapons. We got guys with crows and hair turning white. We got maybe Virgil. It's everything a DMC fan could hope for. So I really want to play it. I'm going to get it. It comes out in March. So mark that one on your calendars. Devil May Cry 5. And I think if you buy the deluxe edition with Devil May Cry, you get the developer diary where it's like, you know how Devil May Cry has crazy stunts and crazy like choreography? Well, people have to do that in real life. So it's a bunch of fucking real life edits and cuts of people performing those stunts, and it looks goofy as ever because it's like, we know it's going to look cool in the game, but it's just people in an open space or in an open room dodging like bananas or whatever that's supposed to be a truck or whatever. You got to use props when you're acting in this green screen. It's a fucking video game, but it's amazing. So I'm super excited. Because I want to buy the deluxe and just watch that stuff. Hopefully there's a commentary, and I want to hear the developers talk about, you know, the scenes that they're shooting. And yeah, I think Capcom's gonna have a banner year, especially with, you know, Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. They might have some more secrets that they haven't pulled out, but so far those are the two we know from Capcom. So I'm crazy excited about that. We got Gears of War, which isn't called Gears of War anymore. It's called Gears 5, which I guess is a cool nod to the audience, because none of us ever called it Gears of War. We always called it Gears 1, 2, or 3. So they were just like, fuck it, take the of war out of it. And now it's just Gears 5. And I think it takes place after 4, pretty sure. And now you play as a young woman who's connected to the Hive or whatever, the Locust, whatever the fuck monsters you fighting for. Truth be told, I have 4, never played it. Just I turned it on and was like, all right, sweet, got 4. And at the time, even now, no one I know has an Xbox, because why would you have one? And it's not even a jab at like people who love Xbox. There are no exclusives on Xbox. I think it has like 4 or 5. Forza, Gears. One of them got canceled with the Dragons. Quantum Break, which I love, by the way, one of my favorite games ever. Yeah. So there's no reason to own an Xbox. Maybe next console generation with Project Scarlet, they'll kick out some fucking huge surprises, and I gotta run out and buy one. But for now, and for the past 5 years, there's been no real reason to own an Xbox if you own a PC or a PlayStation. Especially if you own a PC, because Microsoft exclusives are always on their PC, their platform. So yeah, that's sad. So I'm hoping that Gears 5 will bring some more people to the Xbox train. I know I'm gonna buy it because I want to shoot some monsters up. And I know the multiplayer is going to be awesome, as it always is. Gears has always had consistently good multiplayer. Well, I think with the exception of Judgment, which wasn't so good. But it introduced jumping off ledges instead of having to roll off them or whatever. So that was good. Yeah, I mean, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. This is a bittersweet one for me because, yeah, it's on the Switch. It's only on the Switch. And you got to figure why. The original Marvel Ultimate Alliance was on PlayStation 2. So was the second one. And then they remade them, and it was on 360. Hell, you can even buy them now on the PS4 on the market. Both of them, 1 and 2. They're just there. Why the hell is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 only on the Switch? I'm going to see if it debuted on Switch first, to get those numbers, get those sales, and then released. But is it only on the Switch? I don't have a Switch. I don't own a fucking Switch. I want one, but things happen. Smash just came out, and that shit selling like more than hotcakes. It's selling like hotcakes inside of hotter other cakes. So yeah, god damn it. So I'm glad it's coming out because I love Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I love Diablo, and any game that even looks like it. Like Ultimate Alliance. Let's be real, it's kind of Diablo, just with your Marvel heroes. So that's wicked. Hell, Gazillion actually did that game with Marvel Heroes Omega or Marvel Heroes, which recently was closed down. Much heartbreak, much love to the people who made that game. I'm sorry that shit happened because I play that game every day religiously. I love that game. But yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance has always just been like Diablo, just Diablo, and I'm always down for just Diablo. So I don't like that it's only on the Switch. I think that's a huge missed opportunity, and I'm sure it's going to be great. But, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a casual observer. Mortal Kombat 11. This is one I'm super excited for. Because I love Mortal Kombat. And in 9, I was pretty good. In 10, not so good. I used Alien. I feel like with all the Warner Brothers games, Warner Brothers owns a lot of stuff, guys. And the DLC characters, while cool, and I know they kept it horror themed for Mortal Kombat, but there's such a huge well there, untapped. Like, I felt like Injustice, could have had Agent Smith from the Matrix and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just so much that Warner Brothers owns. And I didn't see enough of it in the games. So, I don't know. Mortal Kombat 11. Very excited. Had 21 Savage on the trailer, which is fucking awesome. I don't even like 21 Savage, but I love that Ed Boon consistently puts hip hop in his trailers. He put he sings Black and Yellow. He recently kicked Shiggy Show out of his dressing room. What's his fucking name? Who's that rapper? He put him on number 10. Wiz Khalifa. Thank you, brain. He put Wiz Khalifa on the trailer for the last one, and fans were all upset, and they remade it with the original Mortal Kombat music, which obviously was awesome because the original Mortal Kombat music can't be beat. But yeah, I'm glad that he consistently goes for rap. That means Ed Boon's he truly out here. He really a fan. Like, he's doing it. So I love that. And I'm just excited again for another Mortal Kombat iteration. I love watching competitive play. I love playing with my friends. So it's going to be really good. I'm crazy excited for that. No More Heroes. Travis Touchdown returns or strikes back or whatever the fuck it's called. Suda 51, man. He's 51 years old now. I didn't play the original No More Heroes. I watched it played, and it was just fucking bonkers. Laser swords, palmed hair, glasses, red jacket. Travis is a weirdo. He's a weird main character, but he clearly has a big fan base because people love him. People love the No More Heroes games. So, shout out to them. I don't have much to say about No More Heroes except that I'm very surprised that it's getting another one. I thought for sure it was over. Ace Combat 7. Something I'm looking forward to. Crackdown 3. I really hope you don't have to play as Terry Crews. I like Terry Crews, but I hope he's not because in the other ones, you're just agent. You pick an agent scan or whatever, and agent, go do this for me, go do that for me, and then it's revealed that he's an asshole or whatever in 2, and then we just never got another one. So 3, I hope you're not stuck Terry Crews. I like Terry Crews, I really do. He's great. I want to play as a random character. Now, if he's now the agent and he just looks like Terry Crews, that's fine. But if he at all acts like Terry Crews, I'm going to have a fucking problem with that. Maybe that was just a way to get money for Microsoft. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. I want to make my own agent. It's Xbox One X now. You can play on the cloud in destructible environments or whatever. I want to be an agent. I want to go do that. I don't want to be Terry Crews. Whatever. I don't know. Umar Kawasi's getting another game. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's getting another one. There's rumors that we're getting another Bravely game. The creator of it, with the success of Octopath Traveler, he's thinking maybe an Octopath Bravely crossover, or maybe just a new Bravely game. And the only thing that's going to bum me out about that is it's going to be on the fucking Switch. I do not have a Switch. So we're going to see. We're going to see about that, guys. I mean, moving on, what do we got coming up? I think I've covered all the ones I actually care about. I don't care too much. Oh, shit. Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, see how I said actually care about? I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. All of my friends know this. I think it's fucking ass. And I've always thought it's been ass. It's just a basic generic action platformer with fucking Disney and Square Enix characters. And a storyline so convoluted that, you know what it is? It's like somebody took a beanbag and cut it open and threw all the fucking beads into just a pile and was like, all right, here's your storyline. But wait, they then took those teeny ass beads that encompass a beanbag and cut them in half. And that's the storyline for Kingdom Hearts. Makes no fucking sense. And it's just a generic game with characters we all know and love. So I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. I'll probably do a whole podcast shitting on it just for all you fans out there. Because fuck Kingdom Hearts. But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it in 2019. Because I know a lot of people are super excited. I mean, hey, you waited 30 years. It better be good. I'm buying it. If it's not good, I'm snapping the disc in half and I'm posting it to Twitter. Most Elite Podcast Twitter. I have one. Go follow it, maybe. And yeah. Metro is getting another game. I think it's a remake or I don't know. Metro Exodus. I like the books, They've been translated by now. Go read them. Just like the Witcher books have been translated. Go read the Metro books. That's going to be exciting. It's just a first-person shooter, just in the Metro world. That's all it really is. Dead or Alive 6, it has the boob physics are back. So for all those who like jiggle physics, which they're called, they're back. Big boobs. It's getting an M rating. You get to fight and watch tits and ass. I mean, nothing better. Yeah. It's another Steins Gate. There's another Phoenix Wright game, but I think it's a visual novel. So I don't really know how I feel about that. At some point, we're supposed to get Days Gone. Don't know if it's this year. Same thing for Last of Us Part 2. Don't know if that's this year. There's been no official release date. So that's just honorable mentions because I don't know if they're coming out this year. The Division 2. That one I really care about. I'll probably end the show with that. The Division 2. It's a sequel. The Division takes place in Washington. As you know, fans of The Division, the world's been ravaged by a virus. Aaron Keener created a virus, or whoever, and ravaged the population of New York. And you Division agents, some shadow cabal of government agents with no authority, you don't answer to a higher authority, you do what you need to do, are activated and sent in to clean up New York because it's been taken over by fucking Mad Max-like characters. So yeah, The Division 2, you move that action and violence to New York. I know that the guys at Ubisoft have learned from their mistakes at The Division 1. I know they did that because midway into The Division 1's life cycle, they was like, okay, we're not releasing another update until we fix this fucking game. And then they released all these updates to fix the game, and then after that, made the next few updates free. Because they were like, we fucked up when we released it like this, and we know we did. So I know anybody humble enough to admit that and then go about a crusade of fixing your own game, I know you have learned from the mistakes of the first game and this game is going to release more complete, with a better head on its shoulders, so to say, than the last one. So The Division 2, I'm super excited for. And I think I'll end the podcast there. I'll do another one next week or maybe not next week. Maybe I'll wait until Resident Evil comes out and then I'll do one on that. Regardless, another year. More podcasts coming at you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Twitter. Follow the Most Elite Podcast on Twitch. Follow Most Elite Gaming on Twitch. That's my affiliates. I love those guys. We do a lot of work together. They've been on the podcast, so go and follow them. There'll be a link in the bio. So, thanks for stopping in. All right. Bye-bye.